If we get the lads. Lads, could you kind of peel back slightly and get the other lads in front of you there to do the same? Pat Leary and Dennis Leary and Kevin Barry Murphy, just to peel back. I'd say zoom in a little bit now. Keep going. You won't make up the players there. If you could pick a player, look, there's one over in the goalpost there now, lad. See, can you make him out? About that now, I'd say. Do you think? Huh?
Yeah, I'd say.
Let us know now, guys, if the pictures are okay, if the zoom is right on it, and if you can hear us. Coming live from Blarney there. Avril, Marie, please. You can just let us know in the comments there as the chairman comes in, trying to organise the next referee.
We're live here now.
Chairman is a bit shy, isn't he?
Yeah, he was about to make a comment, I'd say, there too.
Yeah, it was usually be smack like, but
how is the sound and how's the picture there? If anyone commenting for us, it'd be good to see what we're seeing and hearing.
Any comments coming up there?
Yeah, the sound's perfect there now from Sheila Carroll. Excellent.
Sound good on both. Sound good on both of us. So we're about 7 or 8 minutes away from the start of the game. And you're watching.
About
50 watching.
Already, yeah. We give the all teams this was, or do you want to?
Yeah, we'll just go through. We'll wait for another couple more. We'll wait for another couple more.
Five till we give the teams. Sounds good on both of us there. Catherine O'Brien, thank you.
Just check, see if the zoom is okay on the pitch there. You can make it out. Picture is clear.
Thumbs up there.
Referee today is Pau Driscoll from Bride Rovers. And you're on.
We've 62 on now.
Will we start off with the Glen team there?
We can. We're going to go through the teams there now, and Mick Dilworth is going to call out the teams there today.
So we'll start off with Glen Rovers team today. The Glen, who were beaten last week by Middleton on a score of 111 to 19 points. They make 4 changes today with Derek Moylan, Cathal O'Brien, Mark Dooley and Shane Bostede coming into the team. The team is lining out as follows. Number 1 in goal, Colin McCarthy. Number 2, Daniel Morris. Number 3, Kenneth McCarthy Code. Number 4, Gavin Moylan. Number 5, Conor O'Sullivan. Number 6, Derek Moylan. Number 7, Cathal McGuckian. In midfield, number 8, Glenn Kennefick. Number 9, Garrod Mulcahy. Number 10, David Brown. Number 11, Cathal O'Brien. Number 12, Mark Dooley. And the inside line there is number 13, Evan O'Connell. Number 14, Paul Virgo. And number 15, Shane Bustede. So they were beaten in the last game by Middleton. So from the Glen Rovers point of view, it's probably a must-win game for these guys. If they lose 2 games, they're most probably out of it. The Bullock team shows one change from last week. Jerome Cockery is injured, and into his place into the team comes Dennis Quinlan. So the team is lining out as follows. In goal we have Finbar Foley, number 1, sponsored by Countywide Drains. Number 2 is Keeney Fury, sponsored by Irish and European Holdings. Number 3 is Aidan Barry Murphy, sponsored by Ross Oil Company. And playing in the number 4 position is Michael Dennehy, wearing 17, sponsored by Crowley's Shop and Post Office in Royland. Number 5 is Dennis Quinlan, sponsored by O'Riordan's Bar, Coachford. Number 6 is Niall Barry Murphy, sponsored by James Lynch, Coachford. And number 7 is Sean O'Connell, sponsored by O'Callaghan's Bar and Guesthouse. Middle of the field we have Shawnee Fury, number 8, sponsored by Noel Looney Electrical Plumbing and Solar PV. Number 9 is Dan O'Deneen, last week's man of the match, sponsored by Lee Valley Landscaping. Number 10 is Billy Casey, sponsored by Tom Tarn Steelworks. Number 11 is Matthew Bradley, sponsored by CCM Properties and Jeremiah O'Sullivan. Number 12 is Shane Tarn, sponsored by Coachford Equestrian Centre. Inside line is John Buckley in the corner, sponsored by Willie Lyons Agricultural Contractor. Number 14 is Paddy Toomey, sponsored by Buckley's Garage Peak. And in the corner we have Ian Barry Murphy, our captain, sponsored by Cuddy, O'Leary and Foley. On the bench today, the bench is sponsored by Coachford Community Playgroup. We have Donald Toomey is sub-keeper. We have Jerome Cockery is in there. Aidan Healy wearing number 18. Number 19 is Niall Buckley. Number 20 is Paul Ring. Number 21, Evan O'Sullivan. 22 is Luke Casey. 23, Killen Barry Murphy. 24, Tom Long. 25, Ty Bradley. 26, David Deneen. 27, Jack Murphy. 28, Patrick Finnegan. And 29, Pádraig O'Sullivan. And the backroom team there, the Bannister and backroom team, led by Tom Tarrant and ably assisted by Ray Deneen, Brian Buckley and Anthony does the logistics. They're sponsored by Aidan Roden Landscaping. So our club sponsors are Central Murphy's Coachford, and welcome here to the Co-op Superstores Intermediate A Hurling Championship second round game between Bullock and Glen Rovers, played in Blarney. As the referee is getting ready there, Pa O'Driscoll is the ref today from Bride Rovers, and we're just almost ready to go here. The Glen Rovers team are all lined up ready to go. Bullock are wearing the chain strip, the maroon jersey with the green trim. Bullock look to be playing from left to right in the first half. So Bullock, who won their first game last week against Clodove on a scoreline of 220 to 2-9. You would be hoping that they would be slight favourites for this game. So we're almost ready to go now. The ref is there, everybody's ready. Let us know in the comments there where you're watching from, whether it's Coachford, whether it's Cork City, whether it's Killarney, Dingle, Toronto. The game is on. Glen Rovers first to break with it there. Drops a high ball, dangerous ball into the square, and it just goes wide. Vinnie Foley lets it go wide. It came in there from Garrod Mulcahy, straight from the puck out. So Vinnie Foley in the Bullock goal, looking up for his first puck out of the game. Looking for a free man. Doesn't see one. Goes long up the middle, right in front of Matthew Bradley. Matthew gets it into his hand. Gets it up again, flicks it into Ian Barry Murphy inside the corner, and it just goes out over the line, about 25 yards out from the Glen Rovers goal on the far side of the pitch. To be taken by right half back Conor O'Sullivan, who flicks it back to Daniel Morris. Linesman has the flag up there. Wasn't happy with the way the line ball was taken.
Yeah, it looked like a foul line ball there.
So he's going to throw it in there. Shane Tarrant in there for the clash. And it's won there by Dano Deneen. Dano strikes it into Paddy Toomey right into the corner. Paddy keeps it in play, gets it up onto his stick, turns his man, looks across, sees John Buckley. John just gets it up off the ground now, hand pass out to Matthew Bradley. First chance of the game, Matthew Bradley, high, and it's just to the right and wide. So no score here, just a minute and a half gone. First shot of the day from Matthew Bradley, just slipped to the right and wide. So Glen Rovers goalkeeper Colin McCarthy here with his first puck out of the day. Looks like he's going to go long. Goes long here up the left hand side of the pitch, looking for Mark Dooley. Dennis Quinlan trying to get it out there, and won by Billy Casey. Billy gets into his hand pass back to Niall Barry Murphy. Niall is half locked down, it's a line ball to Ahbullock, about 25 yards out from their own goal. To be taken by Dennis Quinlan. Dennis, a lovely striker of line balls. Doesn't connect right with this one. Gets it to Dano Deneen. Blocked by Mark Dooley. Flicked out here to Cathal McGuckin. Cathal goes up along the line. Just keep it in play here from Glen Rovers. Number 14 is Paul Virgo. Being tackled by Niall Barry Murphy and Aidan Barry Murphy. One in there by Dennis Quinlan. Trying to get it up. Out over the line. And it's a line ball to Glen Rovers, about 15 yards out from the Ahbullock goal, down here in the corner on the left hand side, to be taken by Paul Virgo. Just 3 minutes gone in the game, no score yet. Coming to you from Blarney. Gets a great cut across the field, caught in there by Shawnee Fury. Sean goes out the left hand side where Paddy Toomey is out on the left on his own 65. Won there by Derek Moylan, who sends it in to number 17, who I don't have listed here on the programme. One in there by Glen Rovers corner forward Evan O'Connell, who puts it in high, and it's over the bar, and it's the first score of the game here from Evan O'Connell. 3.5 minutes gone in the game. Glen Rovers lead by 1 point to no score. Number 17, I don't have a listing for number 17. Finney Foley with the puck out now for Ahbullock. Going long, coming up the right hand side of the field here, looking for Shane Tarrant. Won by Dano Deneen inside the back. Number 9 is Garrod Mulcahy. Matthew Bradley flicks it up. Garrod Mulcahy again, taken off him. Back in the corner by Gavin Moylan, who drives it long up into the corner to Evan O'Connell. Evan being marked by Keane Fury. Keeney's coming out with the ball, trying to get it up. He's being fouled. It's a free out to Keane Fury and to Ahbullock on their own 45-yard line. To be taken back there by Niall Barry Murphy.
Been a slow start so far, Mick. Bit of an injury down here in the corner forward position.
It looks like Matthew Bradley or Shane Tarrant. It's Shane Tarrant down there on the ground receiving treatment. Might have taken a knock there from the last play. So there's just 5 minutes gone in the game. Shane, who's our main free taker, would be a worry. He's down for us at the moment. Seems to be moving. Seems to be moving. Bit of ice on top of the knee there.
The heat is definitely having a factor here, Mick. I think it's a slow start in comparison to last week so far.
Definitely, there's not a puff of wind there, but it's quite warm.
Wind, very humid. The clouds have come in. I think it was a lot warmer there a couple of hours ago, but definitely a factor.
So Niall with the free goes long, tries to find Ian up on his own on the 45-yard line. Ian is taking on the corner back there, flicks it in, looking for Shane. One in the centre half back position by Derek Moylan, who drives it down. One back by Dano Deneen. Dano drives it in. This is just going to drop short into the goalkeeper's hands. Goalkeeper gets it up. Colin McCarthy has a look up, finds his wing back here, Cahill McGuckin. Cahill goes down, inside, one in there by Dennis Quinlan. Dennis breaking out with the ball. Gives a hand pass into Shawnee Fury. Sean strikes it long up into the corner, looking for Ian Barry Murphy. It's out there on the wing, being won there by Conor O'Sullivan in the right half-back position. Conor comes away with it and strikes it into the middle to Garrod Mulcahy. Out to the left here to Cahill McGuckin. Cahill has plenty of space here, strikes the ball in, looking for the inside forward line there. In the corner, Shane Bustede. Comes out here, Finbar Foley blocks it out to Dennis Quinlan. Dennis drives it out, intercepted by Evan O'Connell, who drives it in and over the bar. Second score of the game for Evan O'Connell. 7 minutes gone. Evan O'Connell with the second score of the game, and it's Glen Rovers 2 points, Ahabollock no score.
We definitely got away with that one there, Mick. It was close enough to a goal, but they got away with a point. Dano Deneen down the middle again.
Dano is going right through the Glen Rovers defence like a knife through butter. Can he put this over the bar for that first score of the game? Yes, he can. It's a great score from Dano Deneen.
Brilliant work from Dano. That's more like it now. That's a bit more where he started from last week. Needed a bit more of that, and a bit more energy needed now.
Won the ball out on the 65-metre line, broke through, right through to the edge of the D and slipped the ball over the bar. So that's Bullock's first score of the game in the 8th minute of the game. Puck out here. Coming down, Michael Dennehy underneath it, gets his foot to it. Niall Barry Murphy gets it out to Billy Casey. Billy fouled there by Mark Dooley. It's a free on his own 50-metre line to be taken by, it looks like Shane Tarrant is coming out to take it.
It's a long way out, Mick, we'll find out what Shane's range is here now.
It is, at least there's no wind against him. If it is right on his limit, I would imagine. Shane is a deadly accurate free taker, and that's all the way over the bar. Fantastic score. And it looked like there was another couple of metres in it as well if he needed, if he was further back. Second point of the game, free from Shane Tarrant. Puck out comes out to Niall Barry Murphy, gives it into Shane Tarrant on the 65-yard line, hand pass out to Dano Deneen. Dano strikes it in low in front of Ian Barry Murphy. Won there by the full-back, Kenneth McCarthy Code. Long ball up into the corner here, over the heads of the cornerback, Dennis Quinlan and Shane Bustede. Ball breaks loose, Shane Bustede gets it up on a stick, flicks it out here to Mark Dooley. Mark has a shot from out on the sideline, and it's just to the right and just wide. So it's 2 points all here with 9 minutes gone in the game. Game is only settling down yet. No team on top really at this stage. Finney Foley with the puck out here for Ahabollock. Comes long again up this side of the field looking for Billy Casey. Gets a flick on it. Breaks into Johnny Buckley. Johnny is standing over the ball. Derek Moylan comes out with it, gives a hand pass out to number 8, Glen Kennefick, who drives it up the field. Number 17 has it here now. Full forward, Paul Virgo has it, gives a hand pass out to Mark Dooley. Mark Dooley with a hand pass into Evan O'Connell, strikes it off his left. Looks to be going over the bar. It's a point, it's the 3rd point of the game for Glen Rovers. So just under 10 minutes gone here. That's the 3rd point in the game for Evan O'Connell. All from play. Glen Rovers lead 3 points to 2. 10 minutes gone. Finney Foley with the puck out here. Decides to go up the left hand side. Looking for Dano Deneen here. Dano under the high ball. Great catch from Dano. Has a look up. Gives the ball in to Johnny Buckley. Johnny misses the catch. Picked by Gavin Moylan, who gives a hand pass back to Colin McCarthy in the Glen goal, who sends it out to Conor O'Sullivan. Conor drives it long up the right hand side looking for Evan O'Connell, won by Niall Barry Murphy there. Niall gives it up the line into Paddy Toomey, who puts it low up to Shane Tarrant, who's half blocked down. One inside there by Johnny Buckley, gives a great ball into Shawnee Fury. Shawnee's going right through, blocked, great save by goalkeeper Colin McCarthy. Puts it out for a 65. Could have been a goal there.
Very close, yeah. No, very close. Good breakthrough. And a great save by the goalie there.
Some great
We had a
work
bit
up.
of sun breaking out on the far side here, so if you see a few times if our coverage goes a bit on the light, that's the camera trying to come back into focus. Plenty cloud cover here at the moment in Blarney.
11 minutes gone here. Glen Rovers leading 3 points to 2. Evan O'Connell with 3 points from play. Dan O'Deneen with a point from play for Arbulloch. Shane Tarrant with a free, and now he's taking a 65, which is just gone to the right and wide. Puck out, one down there by Mark Dooley. Breaks to David Brown. In there, Niall Barrymurphy comes away with the ball. Gives a great pick up into Matthew Bradley. Matthew all on his own in the middle of the field, looks up, takes a shot. It's gone to the right and gone wide from Matthew. Long shot from out the middle of the field. Fast puck out here from Glen Rovers. One there in the middle of the field. Hand pass in to number 8, Glen Kennefick. Goes on a bit of a solo run. Tackled by Sean Fury. Gives it back. Free to Glen Kennefick was holding Sean Fury there. And free to Arbulloch. So Shane Tarrant is coming out. It's a similar distance to the last time. More difficult angle out here on the sideline. 12 and a half minutes gone in the game.
That looks gone to the left this time.
Just gone to the left and wide. So it's still 3 points to 2 to Glen Rovers with 13 minutes gone, as Colin McCarthy takes a short puck out to his fullback Kenneth McCarthy Code. Kenneth goes long up the right hand side looking for Evan O'Connell up in the corner, being tracked in there by Keane Fury. Evan O'Connell gives a hand pass out to Garrod Mulcahy. Garrod gives a lovely pass into his midfield partner. Ball in there to one inside there in the full forward position by number 12 Mark Dooley, who drives it high and it's over the bar. It's another point again for Glen Rovers. Mark Dooley with the score there with 13 and a half minutes gone, and Glen Rovers lead by 4 points to 2.
Seems like there's a shortage of slitters down behind the goal there for Finney.
Ball being sent in from the sideline here. Quite even game at the moment. The difference between the two teams is the wides. Glen Rovers have 1 wide, Arbulloch have 4 wides. Glen Rovers have 4 points, Arbulloch have 2 points. Finney Foley with the puck out here now. Going long up the left hand side, looking again for Dan O'Deneen, Shane Tarrant. Shane wins that, great catch from Shane. Comes along, drives it low into Dano, great pass into Dano. Dano takes on 2 men here. He's still going, gives a great hand pass into Paddy Toomey. Paddy slips it into Matthew Bradley, who flicks first time and drives it wide. It's actually a 65, the ref has called it. It seems to feel it came off the leg of one of the Glen Rovers defenders. So it's a 65 for Arbulloch. With 14 and a half minutes gone, Glen Rovers leading by 4 points to 2. Shane.
Yeah, ref had a good view there to overrule the umpire.
Shane Tarrant with a free. Scored 1, missed 2. And it's gone to the right again. Another wide from Shane.
A lot of wides there in the first 15 minutes from Arbulloch now. They'll need that water break to come again like they did last week.
Fast puck out there from Colin McCarthy down the right hand side. Touched into over the line by Aidan Barrymurphy. Line ball to Glen Rovers, being taken by David Brown on the 65-yard line. Just moves the flag out of his way to give himself a bit of room. Lovely cut of the ball, going right in, dropping in around the house. One inside there, great catch by Niall Barrymurphy. Niall drives it on his left hand side. Up here on the left hand side, looks like Cathal McGuckin is here with plenty of space. Also Gavin Moylan. Gavin sends it back down into the corner. One inside there by Michael Dennehy, and taken off him by Mark Dooley. 4 Bullock men around him. Hand passes it out here to Glen Kennefick. Glen has a look up. That looks to be going over the bar. Yes, it is. It's the 5th point of the game. The referee has said wide. Yeah, I thought it was wide from here. The umpire said it was over. The ref said it was wide. There's a bit of a disagreement here.
No, it's a water break he's calling for. Water break.
So that's a point. Water break here.
Glen Rovers officials there weren't overly happy with that, thinking he was waving off wide. But the water break is creating a lot of confusion for a lot of clubs at the moment. Bullock needed the water break last week to kind of get them going against Clodove after a poor start and conceding 2 goals in the first quarter. So I think they'll be looking to tighten up that in the second quarter of this first half. Mick, what do you think?
Yeah, I think the players are going to need some water. It's quite warm here. There's a lot of water that will need to be taken on board today. Last week against Clodove we conceded 2 goals before the water break. They seemed to get themselves started during the water break. They came out and gave a great exhibition of hurling right from there to half time. So I suppose with Glen Rovers leading 5 points to 2, there's not a whole lot in the game. Glen Rovers have only 1 wide, but Bullock have 5 wides and 2 scores. So I think that's the difference between the 2 teams, is the wides. Bullock just needs to settle when they're taking the shots. Have had a lot of shots from well out the field. I suppose Shane uncharacteristically has missed a couple of frees as well, which is unlike Shane, but I'm sure he'll get that back in as the game progresses. You might let us know what the picture is like, the picture quality in the comments. You might also let us know where you're watching the match from, whether it's the Metropolis of Coachford, whether it's Cork City, whether it's Macroom. Wherever you're watching from, just let us know. Toronto, Melbourne, Sydney. We're coming to you live from Blarney here. Second round of the Co-op Superstores Intermediate A Hurling Championship. Bullock against Glen Rovers. Just resuming now after the water break with a puck out to Finney Foley from Bullock. Glen Rovers leading 5 points to 2. Finney Foley goes to the middle of the field here. Won by David Brown, who sends it in. Evan O'Connell is pouncing there. Dennis Quinlan has it. Dennis gets it. Ball is there to be won. It's a free in to Glen Rovers, just inside the 45. So to be taken here by Evan O'Connell, who has 3 points from play already today. This is his first free. He scored a goal and 4 last week against Middleton. A goal and 5, I think it was, with 4 frees. So he's just inside the 45-yard line, quite central. Strikes it low, straight over the bar. Point for Glen Rovers, and they now lead by 6 points to 2. Puck out there breaking, won by centre half back. Dan O'Deneen is in on top of him. There's a loose ball there. There's a few Bullock men around him. Won there by Matthew Bradley. Matthew blocked down. It goes out over the line. And it's a line ball to Glen Rovers. To be taken over there by Conor O'Sullivan. It's hard to see the numbers in the sun. Sorry, it's Conor O'Sullivan. Conor strikes a lovely line ball up there. Blocked down by Niall Barry Murphy. One in there. Evan O'Connell here, all in his own out on the touchline. Being marked by Keane Fury. Bursts past Keane Fury. He's heading in. He has a look up. Gives a hand pass to this number 14. Sorry, is Paul Virgo, and Paul drives it wide to the left and wide. So that's only the second wide of the game for Blarney. Referee has brought it back, a free in there for tackle on Paul Virgo. So I'm sure Evan O'Connell will slip this one over the bar again. Evan deadly accurate from frees here. Sun is really coming out now, and it's really, really warm here in Bullock, or in Blarney.
all the breaking ball so far seems to be going to Glen Rovers. They've definitely had the best of it.
Just outside the 21-yard line, about halfway between the sideline and the middle of the field, Evan O'Connell strikes it over the bar. It's another goal for Glen Rovers. Glen Rovers now lead by 7 points to 2 as Finney Foley takes a fast puck out up the left hand side. One out there by Shane Tarn. Shane bursts through, he's fouled, and it's another point for seem to have last picture there. We're back live again. It's another point for took off the game there for 2 minutes as we lost coverage. We're back live with you again. It's a free in here to Aberlug. It's a free in to Aberlug on the 45-yard line. Glen Rovers got a point there probably while you were away. It's now 8 points to 3 with Shane Tarrant here about to take the free just inside the 45-yard line, out near the sideline. Shane drives it low and hard over the bar, and it's another score from Shane, so it's now 8 points to 4.
9 points score.
That's 9, yeah. Sorry. Puck out there, breaks to Shawnee Fury. Sean fails to get it up, breaks to Gavin Moylan. Gavin flicks it out, Paddy Toomey's in there, trying to get it under control. Broken back there, Daniel Deneen sitting in the sweeper position. Drives up the left hand side, Matthew Bradley is up along the wing on the 20-yard line. Flicks the ball up, gets it into his hand, has a look up, tries from an impossible angle, and it's gone wide. I think it would have been better bringing it back into play there. Fast puck out again, taken by Glen Rovers. Won there by wing forward Mark Dooley. Back by Billy Casey. Billy drives it in long, looking for Ian Barry Murphy inside. Paddy Toomey falls to the goalkeeper, Colin McCarthy, who's being tackled, who comes soling out of the fence, gives it to Derek Moylan. Derek bursting out of the fence, being tackled by Ian Barry Murphy. Gives a flick up to midfield partner, to Garrod Mulcahy. Garrod into the corner here, in over everybody into the corner, race between Aidan Barry Murphy and Paul Virgo. Paul Virgo seems to win it right inside in the corner, being tackled by Aidan Barry Murphy, and Niall Barry Murphy has a look up, he looks to break through him. He's gone through him, gives a hand pass in to corner forward Shane Burstein, who puts it over the bar, and that's 10 points for Glen Rovers, and it's 4 points for Aberlug. So at the moment you have to say that Glen Rovers are well on top in this game here. One there by Daniel Deneen on the 65-yard line. Great catch. Sends it in low in front of John Buckley. John gets into his hand. Flicks it out here to Matthew Bradley. Matthew on the 45-yard line. It's high and it's over the bar, and a great score for Matthew. So that makes it 10 points to 5. Aberlug needed that score. Probably need 1 or 2 more scores before half time to make sure that they stay in this game. By Colin McCarthy. Down one up there. Great catch in there by David Brown into Evan O'Connell. Twice it low. Great save by Billy Foley. He's pulled back there for over-carrying the ball. Free out to Aberlug on their 21-yard line to be taken by Finney Foley. Apologies for the loss of coverage there.
It's the heat.
It's the heat on the phones. It is quite warm here in Blarney this afternoon. Finney Foley with the free from his own 21-yard line. Drives it up there. Looks to be a Glen defender underneath it. One inside there by Ian Barry Murphy. Ian has look over his shoulder, drives the ball into the corner here to Paddy Toomey. Paddy comes out, gets the ball up in his hand, gives a hand pass out here to Matthew Bradley on the 45-yard line. Matthew takes a shot under pressure, and it looks like it's gone to the right and wide.
How wide is that now?
These wides are going to mount up and cost Aberlug seriously. Fast puck out here, gets it wrong over the head of centre half back Derek Moylan. Derek recovers, gives it back to Kenneth McCarthy Code, drives it down here, flicked on by Mark Dooley. Niall Barry Murphy wins it. Pull back, it's a free out. Niall Barry Murphy fouled inside there by the Glen Rovers number 17. Niall is going to take the free himself. It's inside his own 45-yard line. doesn't get a proper strike on it. One here by Glen Kennefic. Glen goes through a tackle of Shawnee Fury. Illegal, says the referee. It's a free right on the halfway line for Glen Kennefic for Glen Rovers. So it looks like Evan O'Connell again is going to come out to take this one. Evan has scored everything he's put in front of him today. This is a long free, it's right from the halfway line, about 15 yards in from the sideline. Not a puff of wind in Blarney today. Drives it long, looks to be going to the right and gone wide. So that's Evan's first wide today from a free. As Finney Foley looks to take the puck out fast, puts it in front of Dano Deneen. Dano gets it into his hand, great catch by Dano. He's looking up, he's looking to send the ball in fast, looks for Ian Barry Murphy out here on the right hand side. Ian gets the ball up on his stick. He's been cornered there by Daniel Morris. Sends it out here to Matthew Bradley. Matthew out here by the sideline. Looks to take on the centre half back. Flicks it left-handed and it's just gone to the left and wide. Could have been pulled back for a foul there, but the referee deemed it was okay. Glen Rovers leading 10 points to 5. Puck out comes, one here by Dano Deneen, or Shane Tarrant here in the middle of the field. Shane sends it in front of Ian Barry Murphy. Ian gets it into his hand, looks up over his shoulder, takes a shot on the turn. That's a great score from Ian Barry Murphy.
Much better there from Ahabullock.
Well won by Ian Barry, or by Shane Tarrant in the middle of the field. Gave a great pass into Ian, and Ian just had one look over his shoulder and straight over the bar. So there's now 4 points between them. Glen Rovers leading by 10 points to 6.
That's it, yeah. No, the bit better now from Ahabullock in the last 3 or 4 minutes. Knocked up over 2 points there. I think looks like Matthew Bradley's coming more into the game. Shane Tarrant also on the half-forward line has a bit more. Niall Barry Murphy has been very solid there in centre-back position so far. But the wides are really costing Ahabullock at the moment. You know, we're at 10 points to 6, and I think Ahabullock will probably put 7 or 8 wides already easily in this first half.
And I think the Glen Rovers team then have only had 2 wides in the game so far. So it's the better accuracy of the Glen Rovers forwards is the big difference between the teams here.
Yeah. There's a Glen Rovers man down there on the far side. His numbers facing away from us, so we can't see who it is. He's up on his feet again anyway. 10 points to 6 here.
Looks to be number 10 there. David Brown, I think, was down.
Quick free or quick puck out here now from the Glen Rovers.
Drops it into the edge of the D. One there by Ian Barry Murphy, who taps it down to Dano Deneen. Dano comes out, drives a long ball up into the corner here. Looks like the cornerback is in the race to win the game. No, it's gone out over the sideline. It's a line ball for Glen Rovers to be taken by Gavin Moylan, back in the halfback in the 21-yard line. Gavin gets a great cut of the ball, strikes it up here in front of Keely Fury, looking for Evan O'Connell. Keely comes out with the ball, bursts through 2 tackles up along the line, takes a shot left-handed. That's a great shot from Keely from way out, but it's just gone to the left or gone to the right and gone wide.
I'd say if we had Hawkeye there, we'd have to go and have a look at that. Brilliant attempt by Keely.
After breaking through 3 or 4 tackles out here on the sideline. Line ball comes out here. Mark Dooley gets a great catch in the air. Flicks it out there to Conor O'Sullivan. Conor strikes it long, high, and it's just to the right and wide.
Another great.
So still 10 points to 6 here in Blarney. Finney Foley looking for somebody to take the puck out to. Goes long right up the centre, right down the top of Shane Tarrant. Shane doesn't get into his hand. One there by Billy Casey. Billy is on his bike. Chance for Billy. He's just taking it out too far. Gone out. Yeah, great score from Billy over the bar. It's a great score from Billy Casey.
Very good work there from Billy Casey there. I think Aidan Barry Murphy there at the full back line came out with the ball. Played a lovely ball out. And Billy Casey then received it in the middle and he took him on. A bit more direct from Ahabullock, and that's much better. 10 points to 7 now. What have we got? About 5 minutes left in this half.
Yeah, even less. I lost because my timer was on my own phone, so we're now streaming from that phone. The quality won't be as good. But we've lost streaming.
Might go back in the other one.
Paddy Toomey winning the ball here in the middle of the field, gives a hand pass to Dano Deneen. Great hand pass by Paddy, well picked by Dano. Dano's running straight at him. going straight through the middle. He's in as far as the D. Everybody's taking him on. Dano still going. He's being pulled back. Referee claims he caught it 3 times.
You see a free before you blow, like.
Quick ball here out by Glen Rovers out to the corner.
Won by number 17. Back into David Brown. David fails to get the pick up. Goes back off the left hand. Strikes it in. Won there by Keane Fury. Gets a flick on it. In there to number 15, who's Shane Bustede. Taking on Dennis Quinlan. Strikes it. It's gone to the left and gone wide. So I think that was highly controversial there after a grave run by Dan O'Deneen. Looks like the ref is calling for the ball. It's half time here.
Half time here, and we're at 10 points to 7. So definitely a better last 5 minutes there from Ahabulloch to come back into that. They were well adrift at 10 points to 4.
Yeah,
it's 10 minutes to go, you know.
A great 10 minutes there from Ahabulloch. Really upped the gas for the last 10 minutes again after the water break, I suppose. Just initially straight after the water break, Glen Rovers seemed to come out on top, but Ahabulloch got back into it. A couple of great scores there. Really starting to dominate around the middle of the field there now. Dan O'Deneen is playing very, very well. Niall Barry Murphy is having a great game as centre back. Shane Tarrant has really come into the game. Matthew Bradley has come into it there in the last 5 or 10 minutes. Billy Casey started to come into it. You know, they really are, every one of them seems to be stepping up the gas there in the last 5 or 10 minutes. So
yeah, no, they'll need that reprieve now because the sun is really out now again. But I've got a nice spot away there on the far side of the pitch. They're underneath a nice big tree there where the Glen Rovers guys, they're actually finding a bit of shade here in the corner as well at half time, and it's definitely needed because that heat is right above us there.
Yeah, and I suppose that was the reason why we lost our coverage there in the first half. The heat was just getting too hot on the phones. Put it down there, maybe into the shade with a cool down. Or, you know, the quality of this picture is not as good as the other phone that we had initially, because one of them is running off the Tree network, the other one is running off the Vodafone network. The Vodafone network is much stronger here in Blarney.
Let us know what the picture is like here now at the moment, and if the sound quality is as good as it was earlier.
So plenty of work here to be done. Definitely in the inside forward line of Glen Rovers looks very strong. Evan O'Connell has been very, very good. Mark Dooley has been very good on the wing, playing as a wing forward. Glenn Kennefick and Garrow Mulcahy have been good in the middle of the field as well. And you have Derek Moylan has been very strong at centre back.
Exactly, I think Glen Rovers have definitely been the better side overall here today. They've taken their chances so far. I think Finbar Foley pulled out a great save there in the first half. We were quite lucky. Glen came away with a score at the end, but it was only a point. But we were quite lucky.
It could have been a goal.
It could have been a
goal
there.
At that stage, it might have put 7 or 8 points between the teams, which might have been a bit much at that stage of the game, you know.
Yeah. No, I think a couple of those Ahabulloch lads now over the far side are going to. Tom Tarrant is going to be having a few harsh words with him.
Oh, I can imagine. I wouldn't like to be at the end of one of Tom Tarrant's a rant from Tom at half time when you're not playing well. Now, to be fair, I suppose the lads have come into it there in the last 10 minutes, so just more of that, I think, and it'll bring them right back into the game.
More of that, and I think the directness, actually, Dan O'Deneen's directness there and Billy Casey, they've both been, 2 opportunities, 2 runs at goal and 2 scores there. Definitely, there looks like there's potential route forward here.
Definitely. Glen Rovers don't seem to like it when we're running at them down the middle. Dano got a great point in the first half as well, running directly at them straight up the middle. There seems to be a gap up the middle there, and just at the end there you had Dano again, even though he's pulled back from a free. Billy Casey got a great point. There's definitely an opportunity to run straight at him there. Ian Barry Murphy starting to really come into the game there in the last 10 minutes as well, getting a bit of room inside. Paddy has seemed to move out around the half forward line, giving Ian more space inside, and I think we're reaping the benefits of that as well.
Yes, no, I think Paddy, though, hasn't as much space as he had last week against Clodagh so far, but I think he's a bit further out from goal. Last week he kind of went right across that 13-yard line very well from left to right. But today I think Ian has definitely stepped up his game today a bit more. He would have been disappointed a little bit by his performance last week, and I think he's definitely stepped it up today and he's done very well. John Buckley also making a couple of runs into the corner there. So the full forward line hasn't got fully ticking yet, but we will get going, I think, hopefully now in the second half, as we play towards kind of the Cork City end in the second half.
Yeah, in defence there, obviously Finney made a great save there in the first half. you have to say the defence are playing well. Keane Fury has his hands full there.
Keane Fury's playing very well actually. He almost had a point as well, which is brilliant break out there. So he's done very well so far. He's got a lot of ball actually. And he has done well. He's marking a very tricky operator there, and is it Shane Bustede he's looking at?
I think they've switched Evan O'Connell onto him there, and Keane seems to be doing quite well on him. Evan is a handful there in the corner, a very, very good player, very smart player, very shrewd player, and very accurate. He got the first 3 points of the game there for Glen Rovers from play. So it is, it's anybody's game at this stage, especially with the way Ahaboluk have come back into it. If Ahaboluk can keep that going for the first 5 or 10 minutes of the second half, they can really, really put it up to Glen Rovers at this stage. Glen, it's a game that Glen have to win. They were beaten last week by Middleton, but they did fade away in the last 15 minutes. The last 15 or 20 minutes, and Middleton outscored them big time there in the last 20 minutes. It was tight with about 15 minutes to go, and Middleton won it in the end by about 5 or 6 points. So is it a failing maybe that the Glen team have? Maybe they tire. We'll find out in the second half.
It's almost a year to the day when Ahaboluk played Glen Rovers last year, Mick. The 11th of August last year. I was checking out earlier on today, and we ended the game, I think it was 18 points to 16 to Ahaboluk that day.
That was a very tough game. That was a tough game. That was a tight game. It was anybody's game right up until the final whistle. And again today it's a tough game. There's very little in it. There's, if you put one or two wides over the bar, then the game would be levels. But obviously wides don't count. So there's very little between the teams. Definitely very little between them. I don't know if there's any changes being made here at half time. Hard to see at this stage as the team are gathered around in a group. We'll let you know about that as they come back, as we see them take their positions back on the field. Yeah, we're going to try and switch over. If the quality is better on the other phone, we're going to try and switch over to the other camera.
So we'll cut off here just before half time again and come back straight in. Might work out for us. You
might, if you're following it on Facebook, you might switch over because we have a better camera with better quality picture on Vodafone, as Ahaboluk are starting to come out onto the pitch here, and Glen Rovers are making their way out onto the pitch as well. So we'll try and get live stream back to you from the other camera, and as soon as that goes live, I will finish this coverage here. Absolute scorcher here in Blarney today. Trying to look around to see if there's any changes there. I don't see any changes in the Ahaboluk team. They seem to be lining out as they were. Also looking at in the forward line, there seems to be no changes in the Ahaboluk team as we are. And we're back live.
Not like it, I'll click on as soon as you click off there, right?
Yeah, so we're going to switch to the other phone here. So I'll just finish up on this one and we'll switch to the other phone.
Right, we're back live here on this one. Hopefully we'll get a few people back with us again. We had about 170 people there in the first half. I'm stand up. I'm taking the cover off the phone, so hopefully we might get a bit it might help it cool it down a bit. And the people are coming back online to us here again. Welcome back here now for the start of the second half. Ref's just throwing it in and we're underway again.
And Glen Rovers come out with the ball again. Breaks out here to the right hand side to David Brown. David leaves it in low into the middle, won by Mark Dooley, cut out by Niall Barry Murphy, won in there again by Evan O'Connell.
Advantage here now to Glen Rovers.
Back to Mark Dooley, takes a shot, drops it in, the ref calls it back for a free for Glen Rovers just outside the 45-yard line for a foul that happened there just about 10 or 15 seconds ago. So he gave Glen the benefit of the advantage. They didn't score from it, so it's pulled back now for a free to Glen Rovers, and Evan O'Connell will take this chance of the first score of the second half from Evan O'Connell. Dead straight in front of the goals, about 50 metres out from the Ahaboluk goal. And it's straight over the bar again. It's the first score of the second half. Glen Rovers leading 11 points to 7. Finney Foley takes a puck out here, fast puck out up the left hand side, looking for Dan O'Deneen. Hop goes over everybody's head. Garrow Mulcahy back for it there. A line ball to Glen Rover to Bullock. Seemed to come off Garrow Mulcahy there. Matthew Bradley is going to take it just inside the 45-yard line. Matthew goes fast and low into Dano. Dano's just coming out outside the 21, gets it up in his hurley. Avoids the tackle, flicks it out to the side to Billy Casey. Billy takes it in his hand, has a look up, half blocked down, dropping into Paddy Toomey. Paddy doesn't get it up, won there by Carl McGuckin. Carl McGuckin comes out with the ball, blocked by Dano, Shane Tarrant. Shane is looking to take on his man there, strikes left-handed over his shoulder. It's just gone to the right and wide.
A better start by Bullock there to start the second half, but a similar kind of execution there at the end at the moment.
Similar again, Glen Rovers have a point and we have a wide. One there by Michael Dennehy. Michael comes out. Back to Shane Tarrant. Shane leaves it in long. In front of Ian Barry Murphy, a race between the goalkeeper and Ian Barry Murphy. The goalkeeper wins it. Comes out. Finds his full back, Kenneth McCarthy code. Back to the goalkeeper again, Colin McCarthy. He drives it long up to the middle of the field here. And it's a free to Bullock.
So pushing the back.
Keeney Fury won a free there. He was pushed by number 17 for Glen Rovers. And Shane Tarrant is going to take this just outside the halfway line and about a yard inside the sideline. Really difficult free here now. Long ways out from Shane. It's definitely within his range, but it's a really, really difficult free from Shane. Gets it up, it's going in and gone to the right and gone wide, unfortunately. Shane doesn't seem to have his shooting boots on today.
Another short ball out.
Short ball out to Daniel Morris. Daniel drives it up the line here, looking for Evan O'Connell. Evan gets into his hand, just steps out over the line. Great catch by Evan, but just happened to go out over the line. It's a line ball to Bullock. Back on the 45-yard line. Referee moves it forward there to a free to Bullock.
Bit of dissent there, I think, from the Glen.
They tried to cut out.
Forward, I think. They weren't happy with the decision. He was kind of shoved out just over the line.
Now we have Matthew Bradley taking this free in the middle of the field. So Bullock have switched free takers from Shane Tarrant to Matthew Bradley. Difficult free now, just outside halfway. He strikes it. And it's gone over the bar. It's great score. Very difficult free from Matthew Bradley. Switch free takers from Shane Tarrant there for that one. Matthew put it over the bar just outside the halfway line. So it's now 11 points to 8 in favour of Glen Rovers. Ball comes up here, won by Shawnee Fury. Sean, two men on Shawnee. Flicks it down to Shane Tarrant. Shane being tackled there by Glen Kennefic. Breaks the tackle, drives it down low into the corner. Paddy Toomey. Paddy wins it. Paddy gets it up on his stick, has a look in over his left hand shoulder, drops it in, just drops short into the goalkeeper, Colin McCarthy's hand. Colin has all time in the world. He comes out, drives it very long up into the centre forward position here. Underneath the dropping ball is Niall Barry Murphy, won by Mark Dooley. Being swallowed up by 2 or 3 Bullock defenders, won there by Matthew Bradley. Comes away, strikes it up into the corner, looking for Ian Barry Murphy. Got in over the head, one inside there by Derek Moylan. Derek comes out, tackled by Ian Barry Murphy. One there by Daniel Morris, who flicks it back to Colin McCarthy in Glen Rovers goal. Colin has look out, drives it up the left hand side. Underneath it there is Sean O'Connell and Mark Dooley seem to be back into Sean O'Connell, so it's a free to Bullock inside their own 65. Matthew Bradley is coming out to take this one again. So Matthew had a great free from the centre field position the last time. He's back a good 15 yards back further this time. He's well inside his own 65.
He's between the 65 and 45. The field here in Blarney though is a little bit shorter than some of the other mid-Cork pitches. So it's still a good 90 yards that he's trying to hit this one from.
But definitely within Matthew's range again. Sub warming up here for Bullock. Looks like Luke Casey is about to enter the fray for Johnny Buckley. Luke came on last week and scored a great goal. So maybe we need some more of that magic from Luke. He's coming in a corner forward for John Buckley.
Definitely will help with some of the directness that we actually need here.
And I think Luke is going to, if he gets the ball in his hand, he's really going to run at the defence and cause them all sorts of problems inside there as Matthew lines up the free right in the centre of the pitch. straight down the middle, strikes it well.
Seal of approval there from the full back line.
And that's a great score from Matthew. A really, really difficult free. Must have been 75 yards out, 80 yards out.
Easily that, yeah.
And straight over the bar. So now there's only 2 points between them. Glen Rovers leading 11 points to 9. Puck out coming from Colin McCarthy. Drop it here. Shane Tartan with great catch in the middle of the field. Hand passes out to Dano Deneen. Dano has a look up, looking inside, gives it in to Paddy Toomey, in over Paddy's head. And it's just gone to the right and wide. So some more of that directness now from Aberlour seems to be reaping benefits. Fast puck out here from Colin McCarthy out to Conor O'Sullivan. Being tackled there by Ian Barry Murphy. Ian is putting him under pressure. Flicks the ball away from him and just gone out over the line. Line ball for Glen Rovers, about 25 yards out.
Ian did a superb there just to put the pressure on the full back line before they can get away with the ball. More of that needed now and a bit more directness coming back in. We're at 9 points to 11 and we're a couple of minutes in here to the second half.
So full back Kenneth McCarthy caught here with the line ball. Gets underneath it, up in. One up here by Mark Dooley, who's playing a great game for Glen Rovers in the half-hour position. Hand passes it in to Glenn Kennefick. Puts the ball out over the line. Line ball for Aberlour, under pressure from 3. Under pressure there, Glenn Kennefick under pressure from 3 Aberlour defenders. Ball goes out over the line. Keane Fury is going to take it about 30 yards out from his own goals. Goes backwards to Shane Tarrant. Shane strikes it long up into the corner, looking for Luke Casey. Dropping between Gavin Moyle and Luke Casey. Gavin wins the ball, comes out with it, gives a hand pass into the middle of the field to Conor O'Sullivan. Conor has a look up from his own 65-yard line, drops it in. It's going to drop in around the square. Finney Foley is tackled by, doesn't win the ball, tackled by one inside there by Aidan Barry Murphy, who gets it out to Sean O'Connell. Sean gives a hand pass out, bad hand pass cut out there by Mark Dooley. Gives a hand pass in to number 22 is on the pitch there. Shane Tarrant comes out with the ball. So
free ball to Aberlour now.
A sub in there. Ryan McGuckin is on for Paddy Toomey, trying to win the ball here. 2 Glen Rovers men on their own 45. Hooked by Luke Casey. Great work there by Luke Casey. Oh, and he's fouled. He's fouled. Free in for Aberlour. 60 metres out from the Aberlour goal, very central. Sub in for Glen Rovers is number 22, Ryan McGuckin. Haven't seen who's gone off. He seems to be inside in the inside line. Could be in for possibly Shane Bustede there in the corner. As Matthew Bradley stands over this free, about 60 metres out, again very central. Scored 2 from 2 so far. And that one is over the bar again. Another one, 3 from 3 from Matthew. And it's now only a 1 point game. 11 points to Glen Rovers, 10 points to Aberlour. And we've got game on here, definitely.
Much better actually, and the introduction of Luke Casey has made an impact there already. Sending that free.
One there by Shawnee Fury in the middle of the field, breaks it down to Ian Barry Murphy. Ian gets into the hand, seems to be tackled high. Sends it back to Shane Tarrant. Shane, 60 metres out. Has a look for a shot. Oh, goes to give a hand pass, hits the pass, one inside there by Conor O'Sullivan, who gets the ball up the left hand side. One inside there, number 14, Paul Virgo, as he comes out, he's fouled by, looks to be Aidan Barry Murphy, and it's a free in to Glen Rovers, just inside the 45-yard line and out towards the left hand side, and going to be taken inside there again by Evan O'Connell, who I think hasn't missed a free all day.
No, at the moment, no. There was a poor free to be giving away. I think we had a good opportunity here. Shane had probably had a chance. He should have taken the shot himself. I think he'll be regretting that one later, that he didn't take it on, but maybe they were looking for the goal. Maybe it's a bit early to be looking for goals here.
So Evan O'Connell with the free here. Strikes it well. Looks to be over the bar again. Another point for Glen Rovers, and they now lead by 12 points to 10. So a 2 point game. Fast puck out, goes astray. One out there on the left hand side by.
He's bearing down on goal here.
He's bearing down on goal. Won by Dennis Quinlan. It was Shane Bustede. I thought he had gone off, but Shane Bustede is still in there. Flicked out here. Won by Mark Dooley. Gives it back to David Brown. David sends the ball in high. It's going to drop in around the house. Finney Foley comes out with it. Great flick out from Finney Foley. Breaks out the ball to 21-yard line. Gives the ball short to Matthew Bradley, who misses the puck. And There's a bit of afters over there on the far sideline. The ref has blown for a free in. Matthew missed the catch. Won there by the Glen Rovers. It's a wing forward. There was a bit of afters. Referee is speaking with Matthew Bradley.
Bit of frustration just spilling over there after losing the ball. There'll be a free here now as well for Glen Rovers after
Yellow
that.
card for Matthew Bradley. Free for Glen Rovers again.
We're still at 10 points to 12 to Glen Rovers here.
He seems to have moved the ball in 10 yards or so. He's about 30. He's about 40 metres out, halfway between the centre and the sideline. Evan O'Connell has missed nothing from frees today, and that one is over the bar as well, and it's a point for Glen Rovers. 3 points between the teams again.
Sub coming in here now for Glen Rovers.
Number 23 is... He's not listed either. I got a list of the subs from...
Looks like number 9 has gone off there.
So Garrod Mulcahy has gone off. Number 23 has come in. Got a list of subs from Glen Rovers. They have about 31 or 2 on the panel, so not all numbers. They didn't know the numbers at one stage. One there by Michael Dennehy. Number 23 has just come in, has won the ball with a blue helmet. A bullock ball here, being placed on the ground by Billy Casey on the 65-yard line. Ian Barry Murphy looks like he's going to take it here.
I think it was who shouted loudest there who got that ball.
Ian cuts it in, goes out towards Dano Deneen. Dano gets it into his hand just inside the 45-yard line, has a look up, takes a shot, it's high, and it's over the bar. A great score from Dano Deneen. A great score from Dano Deneen. Lovely cut, sideline cut there from Ian Barry Murphy into Dano Deneen. 45 yards out, slipped it over the bar, back to a 2-point game again. Fast puck out here coming from Glen Rovers, gets it up to Shane Bustede in the halfway point. One back there by Niall Barry Murphy. Great work by Niall. Niall comes away with the ball, has a look up, strikes it in long, looks to be going all the way. That's a fantastic score from Niall Barry Murphy, our centre half back today. Showed great work out there to win the ball first off Shane Bustede. Drove forward about 10 yards, struck it off his right from right on the sideline and over the bar. So
excellent stuff from Niall Barry Murphy there on the far side, and it was a super point.
Back to a 1-point game again. Shane Bustede again being tackled by Niall Barry Murphy. One inside there by Dennis Quinlan. Dennis gets it out to Billy Casey. Billy has time and space, decides to drive it in, looking for Paddy Toomey. Paddy breaks it down. One inside there by Derek Moylan. Derek hand passes it out to Conor O'Sullivan. Number 23, who's just come in, strikes the ball up, looking for one there by Shane, by Niall Barry Murphy out to Billy Casey. Billy goes in, he's looking for Dano Deneen. Dano seems to move into the inside line now, taking 2 defenders with him, gives it to Shawnee Fury. Shawnee flicks it back out to Matthew Bradley. Matthew takes a shot, and it's high and it's over the bar, and we have a draw match here in Blarney. Great score, great play there by Abollock, great passes.
Excellent stuff in the last 3 or 4 minutes now from Abollock, and that's what they'll need coming into they'll want that coming into the end of that first quarter in the second half, or the water break.
It looks like Matthew Bradley has moved out to the middle of the field, flicked out, gone out over the sideline there from David Brown, got a touch of the ball over the sideline, line ball for Abollock. Switches there in the Abollock team. We have playing with a 2-man inside forward line with Paddy Toomey and Luke Casey. Just outside him is Dano Deneen, playing at the edge of the D, and outside him you have Matthew Bradley and Billy Casey.
Great cutting again here by Shane.
One again, caught here by Dano Deneen, has a look up, is going to take a shot off his left. It's just gone to the right and wide.
It was unlucky, that was much better though again. Great cut there by Shane Tarrant down the wing, and Dano did excellent to win the ball in the air.
Got into his hand, struck it off his left, but just unfortunately to the right and wide. So we're still 13 points here. It's game on, it's water break here. We're halfway through the second half.
No, that's been much better now in that first period in the second half here. We're at 13 points each over here in Blarney, and it's we're going to be, this last 15 minutes is going to be a lot of fun.
So yeah, it's all to play for here. Bullock have 1 sub brought in, who's Luke Casey. There's 2 or 3 subs in for Glen Rovers. Number 23 has come in, who I don't have a number for him, or I don't have a name for him. Number 25 has come in, who's James. They didn't write it properly. James, I can't make out, is it James Mulcahy possibly? Seems to be in there. It's all to play for here now with the last 15 minutes of the game. It's anybody's game really at this stage. Bullock really have come into it again. The last 10 minutes of the first half and the last 10 minutes of that water break there, I think Bullock have well been on top in both of those passages of play.
More of that now, I think. Maybe there's a bit more the youth there on Bullock side. It's a very young side, Bullock, so maybe there's a bit of that speed, and the sun has died away now again. We've got a big cloud over our head, which is definitely keeping that beating heat coming away from us. So we're finally poised that there's nothing between the sides here, with probably 12-13 minutes to go, I would think, plus injury time.
So they're coming back onto the field there now again. They've all had their water. They're going to need plenty of water today. It's warm out there. Number 22, number 23, number 25. They're three high numbers that are in the Glen Rovers forward line. Doesn't seem to be any changes again from Bullock after that water break. And we're going to resume with a puck out for Colin McCarthy. It goes short to Daniel Morris. Right cornerback Daniel Morris being chased down by Paddy Toomey. Daniel goes up the right hand side here. Michael Dennehy gets a flick to it. Not gone yet. Ian Barry Murphy gets the ball up in his hand. He's being tackled by Glen Kennefic. One there by Derek Moylan. Shoulder by Ian Barry Murphy. Paddy Toomey gets up, gets the ball into his hand. Gives a great hand pass into Matthew Bradley on the 65-yard line. Matthew puts it in front of Luke Casey. Luke into his hand. Luke is taking him on. Luke is going for goal again. He's hooked, he's blocked. It's a free in. Free in, the ref brings it back. Luke was fouled there as he went through. There was definitely a chance of a goal there for Bullock. When Luke gets the ball into his hand like that, there's only one thing going. It's 3 o'clock, I don't know how much has gone. We're about 17 minutes into the second half.
Matthew Bradley gone in now to take that free. Again, that was a lovely ball across into Luke Casey, and Luke Casey will cause problems when he's in there.
Just on the 21-yard line, chance for Bullock to go into the lead here with Matthew Bradley taking the free. Matthew has 3 from 3 today since he took over the free taking duties from Shane. Should be straightforward for Matthew, and yes, it's over the bar. Bullock leading by 14 points to 13.
Is that the first lead we've had of the day?
That's the first time we led today.
A bit of it.
There's a bit of a argy-bargy up here in the other D. Referee tells him cut her out. Puck out coming from Colin McCarthy out the left hand side. One out there by number 23 who came on as a sub. He goes up the sideline, still going. One there by Shane Tarrant back in his own half back line, sends it in over the head of Luke Casey. Luke is winning the race here again, trying to get it up into his hand, taking on the full back, sends it back into Paddy Toomey who's on the 21. Paddy flicks it out to Dano Deneen who's still on the 21. Dano over his left shoulder, and it's in over the bar, just off, hits the post and goes over the bar. Well worked scoring if Bullock as they go into a 2-point lead. Definitely the younger legs now are coming to play here.
Great stuff again there. Shane Tarrant way back in the half back line helping out.
Collected there by Shawnee Fury, he's fouled and it's a free to Bullock, tripped by number 10 David Brown. David has gone down as well but could be in trouble here. Seemed to trip Shawnee Fury as he won that ball back in his own inside his own 65.
I think it was unfortunate really. I think it was a free to Bullock, but I think just a tangle of legs really, both of them got hurt in it.
So you have number 8 Shawnee Fury for Bullock and number 10 David Brown. Bit of after here is between Mark Dooley and Sean O'Connell. And there's as much argy-bargy on the sideline here as there is on the pitch. Referee going to speak to his umpires there to see what's the cause of this. I'd say somebody would want to come out here into the sideline as well and see what's going on out here. We want another referee out here on the sideline.
I think there was definitely something spotted there. Number 12 for Glen Rovers.
The danger here is
Number
that the
7.
umpire doesn't spot the first hit and he spots the second one, and that's where it all goes wrong. He seems to get out there. He's taking Mark Dooley's name anyway first.
I'd say the two of them.
He's probably going to talk to the two of them. Reach into his pocket, 2 yellow cards there for Mark Dooley from Glen Rovers and for Sean O'Connell for Ahabullock. Play will resume here with a free for Ahabullock. Out here just inside their own 65. Matthew Bradley to take it right out here on the sideline. Long ways out from goal. Matthew goes down the wing here looking for Luke Casey again, plays the ball in front of Luke. Luke gets it into his hand, has a look around off his left, swings over his shoulder. Is that just inside the post? No, it's not. It's just gone wide. It looked to be over from here. Not quite in line with it, but very close to being in line with it. That looked to be over. Fast puck out from Colin McCarthy for Glen Rovers. Again up the left-hand side. One inside there by Dan O'Deneen, who flicks it to Billy Casey. Billy gets it up in his hurley. Strikes low. Out here again looking for his cousin Luke Casey. Luke gets out in front of his man. He wins the ball and wins the free. Luke is winning his battle. He's causing all sorts of problems inside there. Now there's a bit of afters again from the Glen Rovers boys. But Luke has caused all sorts of problems since he's come in there at corner forward. Being marked there by Gavin Moylan, who has his hands full with Luke.
I think the ref has just given everyone a bit of a warning and telling everyone to calm down here.
So Ahabullock leading by 15 points to 13. Free from Matthew Bradley. He's about 35-40 yards outside to the left-hand side.
What the fuck are you standing?
Matthew Bradley with the free, he's down, he bends, he lifts, he strikes, and it's over the bar, and a great score against Matthew Bradley, putting Ahabullock into a 3-point lead here in Blarney. 16 points to 13 as Colin McCarthy takes the puck out fast, goes up between Sean O'Connell and Mark Dooley. One inside there by number 8 is Glen Kennefick. Glen strikes it low in. Free in here to Glen Kennefick, who was fouled out at the sideline. The ref had given them the advantage. It's a free out here, about 60 metres out from the Ahabullock goal and about 15-20 metres in from the sideline.
Yeah, Glen now haven't scored, I'd say, in the last 10 minutes or so they need to get a point back on the scorecard to kind of close this if they have any chance in the last 5-10 minutes here.
So Evan O'Connell with the free here. Evan has been absolutely perfect from place balls today.
Perfect again.
And perfect again, straight over the bar. And it's back to a 2-point game. 16 points to Ahabullock, 14 points to Clodagh. Sub coming in for Glen Rovers, number 28 is David Dunlea. Is coming in here to mark Luke Casey. Obviously Gavin Moylan was under pressure. They've seen Luke as a danger man, and David Dunlea has come in to mark him. Puck out one there by Dan O'Deneen on the 65-yard line. Dano taking him on again, running straight down the centre. Loses the ball, gets it again, gets a flick into Paddy Toomey. Paddy gives a hand pass out to Matthew Bradley on his left hand. Matthew strikes over his shoulder. It's high and it's on the bar. It's a great score from Matthew. Great work again.
Brilliant stuff by Ahabullock there again.
Absolutely super stuff from Dan O'Deneen, who gave a great ball into Paddy. Paddy gave a great hand pass. Saw Matthew free outside him. Great little flick out to Matthew and over the bar. Score hasn't gone up on the scoreboard. Was that a score?
I think it was a score, but they haven't looked to change it on the scoreboard just yet.
Niall Barney Murphy wins the ball here, drives it down long, looking for Luke Casey. In around the house, Luke breaks it down to Ian Barry Murphy, back into Luke Casey. Luke strikes, blocked down, one inside there by Colin McCarthy. Has a look out here. Won by Conor O'Sullivan. Conor drives it long. Blocked down there by Ian Barry Murphy with Niall Barry Murphy. Niall Barry Murphy bursting out with the ball there. Sends it back to Shane Tarrant. Shane back in his own 20-yard line over to Niall Barry Murphy, who drives it long. Nobody up there, only Cathal McGuckin. Cathal flicks it in. Dan O'Deneen steals the ball from him. Flicks it over his head into Matthew Bradley. Matthew's out on the line. Strikes it, half blocked down. Goes down the line and out over the sideline for a line ball for Glen Rovers back on their own 21-yard line.
They've fixed the scoreboard for Ahabullock over, but I think they've taken a point off of Glen Rovers over there. I think I make it 17-14.
I make it 17-14 as well.
Have it 17-14 on the scoreboard here.
Scoreboard is wrong as Glen Kennefick races in again. Shawnee Fury chasing him. Glen gets a bad strike, one inside there by Niall Barry Murphy, back on his own 13-yard line, strikes over his left shoulder, comes out here, 3 Glen men under this. Evan O'Sullivan gets it into his hand, gives a hand pass in to Conor O'Sullivan. Conor flicks it into number 26 inside there, who's back to number 25, who's blocked down. It's a free in to Glen Rovers just outside the 21. Free in to Glen Rovers. There's a lot of high numbers in there. Number 25 is, I think, is James Mulcahy. Seemed to be the man that was fouled there. Evan O'Connell should be a relatively simple free here. The scoreboard is fixed again.
Yeah,
it's
fixed
back
the
to
scoreboard, and we were right. I think it's 17-14.
And this is to make it a 2-point game. Evan O'Connell, no mistake today from frees. Has been absolutely perfect from frees. 2-point game.
Finbar Foley here again now. Long ball down into the half-forward line.
Looking for Dano Deneen there.
Dano
wins the ball again. Takes on Carl McGuckin. Strikes. Ball is half blocked down. Ian Barry Murphy is in here. Gets the ball into his hand. Being pulled back, being held. Has to be a free. Back to Matthew Bradley. Matthew is going out. Tries it over his shoulder. Impossible angle, but not impossible for Matthew as he puts it over the bar. Great score again for Arbulloch. Fast puck out here. Up to Glenkennific. Blocked down by Luke Casey. Great work again by Luke Casey. Wins the ball back. Gets it in front of him. Gets it up on his hurley. Takes on 3 men. He's going to run at him again. Sends it out to Paddy Toomey. He's fouled. Gets it out to Matthew Bradley, who strikes it from a standing position in the middle of the field. Ref put his hand up to give advantage, and he didn't. He's taken the name of Glenkennific there, who fouled Luke Casey. Luke is down on the ground.
Again, that strategy of running at them is causing a lot of problems.
Luke has really caused huge problems. They don't have an answer to him. They changed their cornerback. They took off Gavin Moylan.
Another yellow card here.
They brought on David Dunley.
Yellow card for Glenkennific. Bit of concern now about Luke here.
Luke is still receiving treatment here after that tackle. So we're running close here now. Time must be almost up here. We're into the last couple of minutes of the game.
18 points to 15 at the moment.
Arbulloch leading by 3 points. Luke is back up again.
That free was dispatched there by Matthew Bradley, I think. Great
Ian Barry Murphy out on the 45-yard line, right out on the sideline, strikes it in. It looks to be good, and it's over the bar, and a fantastic score from Ian Barry Murphy. He was over 45 yards out, right on the sideline, just crept over the top. Arbulloch leading by 4 points, 19 points to 15, as Glen Rovers come away with it. Fast puck out, worked its way out to the sideline to Derek Moylan. Derek passes into Carl McGuckin. Cahill strikes off his right, into the right corner forward position, looking for Evan O'Connell here, out on the side, takes on Keane Fury. Pulls across Keane Fury, free out. Pulls straight across the legs of Keane Fury there. And there's a bit of afters again. It's a free out to Arbulloch there. Evan O'Connell seemed to pull across as Keane won the ball off him. It's Paul Virgo, he's calling across. So he's taking the name of Paul Virgo here. Probably another yellow card again. Good few cards dished out there in the last 4 or 5 minutes.
There. Another straight yellow, yeah.
So that's a yellow card for Paul Virgo, as Keane Fury is receiving treatment back on his own goal line. And once Keane is okay there, we'll resume with a free out to Arbulloch. So the inside line of Arbulloch now has Dano Deneen, seems to be playing in the right corner forward position. Paddy Toomey full forward. Just outside them is Luke Casey, with Matthew Bradley playing in the centre forward position. Finney Foley with the free down here, drops it down. Shane Tarrant goes up for that. Won by Luke Casey again. Pass goes astray, goes to Glen who drives the ball high into the Abollock square. One inside there by Aidan Barry Murphy, who bats it out to Evan O'Connell. Evan gives a hand pass in there to number 22, drives it low, it's in the back of the net, it's a goal. It's a goal for Glen Rovers. It's down to a 1 point game. Abollock 19 points, Glen Rovers 115. It was number 22 there, Ryan McGuckian seemed to get that goal. Got a great hand pass in from Evan O'Connell, just struck it low in under the keeper. Time is almost up here, 1 minute in it.
I think Aidan Barry Murphy and the crew there in the full back line will be disappointed with that one.
Again, Shane Tarn goes up. One there by Shane Tarn, who drives forward in past the 45. Shane still going, has a look up, strikes it off his left, and it's over the bar, and it's a 2 point game again. A great score for Shane, who won the puck out there right in the middle of the field, drove forward, 2 or 3 Glen lads after him, but he took it on and had the confidence to put it over the bar himself. Great score from Shane. Abollock leading 20 points to 115. We're in injury time here. It's up to the ref. Fantastic catch there by Dan O'Deneen.
He was hitting the back of the head as well while he was doing that.
As Niall Barry went up for that, Niall was hitting the back of the head, I think, was it? And it's a free on our own 65. Matthew Bradley to take it. A chance to slow things down here.
There was Dano back out there in midfield to win that. Lifting and striking, here's Matthew Bradley.
And Matthew again, a massive score again from Matthew on his own 65-yard line. Has taken about 5 frees since he came on and scored every single one of them.
21 points to 115.
Conor O'Sullivan here coming up the right hand side, looking inside for Evan O'Connell. Paul Virgo inside there as well, gets the ball up onto his hurley. He's coming out, he's working out. Sean Fury, great tackle there from Sean Fury. One inside there by, he's dropped it into the square again. He's inside in the square, right. Mark Dooley there inside in the square.
I think the ball did end up in the net, but he was inside in the box.
Referee had the whistle blown before he touched the ball. So it's still a 3 point game here. Referee looking at his watch. Finney Foley taking a free out from his own, just on the edge of his own box.
There might be 1 or 2 more balls there thrown down by Glen Rovers into that full forward line again. It has looked dangerous there in the last few minutes, so to be very careful back there.
Finney Foley with the free. Underneath it here is Ian Barry Murphy. Shane Tarn looking for the breaking ball. Shane wins it. Flicks the ball in front of Matthew Bradley. Matthew in the race down here, all on his own down by the corner flag. Absolutely nobody with him. Derek Moylan now facing him. Matthew's going to take him on. Matthew has one thing in his mind. He strikes it in, he strikes it high, and it's just to the right and wide. That was a great chance for an insurance score for Abollock. Glen Rovers take it fast out here to Derek Moylan. Derek drives it long again, landing on the edge of the D. One inside there by Dan O'Deneen, who gives a great pass out to Billy Casey. Billy needs to run with this ball, he does. Billy is running down the line. And there's a whistle all over Abollock are the winners here on the scoreline of 21 points to 1 goal and 15 for Glen Rovers. Great second half from Abollock, I suppose.
Brilliant second half, yeah. I think the fitness, of the Abollock lads there and lost speed, and definitely the introduction of Luke Casey, who caused untold kind of, I suppose, damage there in that full forward line when he came in. He really went direct at them, and I think there was a great change there that Tom Tarrant and the guys made on the sideline to bring in Luke.
Yeah, I suppose a great day for hurling, beautiful day to play hurling in, not a breeze out here. Abollock, I suppose, were probably the better team overall. They missed a lot of scores in the first half. It was quite even in the first half, but in the second half, Abollock really, the last 10 minutes of the first half I felt, and you know, maybe the Glen were slightly on top at the start of the second half again for a couple of minutes, but Abollock seemed to kind of pull away at that stage.
They did. We got 3 points there in quick succession just before that water break in the second half, and I think that was really the turning of the game. You know, and that introduction of Luke Casey in around that same time, I think that was definitely the changing for us, and maybe obviously the younger legs as well. I mean, what is the average age of the Abollock team? It's probably 23, 24 years of age.
They're all quite young.
They're very young, so there's a lot of running in them. Now that's the second win in a row. Clodove, we've got Glen Rovers out of the way. We've Middleton now in the last game in a couple of weeks' time.
We're switching back to football now.
Back to football next week.
Kilshannig next week. We're playing Kilshannig next week up in Glenville. Depending on, we'll do a test there and to see what the live feed will be like from Glenville, and we'll bring you that game if we can. And hopefully
keep the thumbs up coming in there before people go away if they want to see us again next week out in Glenville. But
the chairman seems to be quite happy with that result. And Jerry Hubbard in there, it's a good day for hurling. Pat Leary in there as well. They all seem to be quite happy with the result. 2 games won. We're through. We have the man of the match coming tonight. The Crimmins man of the match will be announced at 9 p.m. tonight. Good few fellas with their names in for that there.
There is, I think, Niall Barry Murphy in there with a good shake. I think Dan O'Deneen, who was winner last week, was excellent again. Shane Tarrant was good. When he went back into the half back line, won a lot of ball. Matthew Bradley's definitely in there with a shout this week. He's been super last week.
And even Luke Casey.
Luke Casey, even with the impact that he had with the last 25 minutes, I think that's there's a couple of lads there definitely in for that man of the match.
And there's a few more as well. Ian Barry Murphy, I thought, played very, very well as well. Billy Casey had a great game. Keane Fury in the full back line was very good. And Evan O'Connell, a tough guy to be marking there. Evan O'Connell. Sean O'Connell had his hands full as well. You had good games all over the pitch. Our club president there, Sean Rahil, seems happy. Texting home to let him know he's at the match. He saw it, and we're going well. It's fantastic. 3 games played this year. 3 wins, 2 in hurling and 1 in football.
And our juniors as well last weekend with the great penalty shootout.
Yes. So all is good. All is good.
This weekend, Michael, there was a lot of activity around the club this weekend. I think our under 12 footballers were out yesterday morning as well, and over in Enniscarra. So a good win over the rivals there. Our St. Olan's team under 16s footballers were playing yesterday similar time at noon, I think, out in Dripsey. They
were beaten by Blarney actually. There was
a
good few injuries and they were beaten, I suppose, well in the end, but I think the injuries took hold there. But they're a young team. A lot of that team would only be maybe under 15, so they'll be under 16 again next year. But anybody who got injured there, we hope they get well soon, especially to the likes of Cullum and anybody else who got injured there. We hope you get better again soon and that you're back on the pitches again, over the next 6 or 8 weeks, all going well.
I know, very good. No, look, well, I suppose we'll leave it here from Blarney today, from Mick Dilworth to myself, Joe Parrott. Thanks.
Great win for Abolug.
Great win from Abolug. And thanks again for tuning in. Bye now.